All right, everyone. Here we are with ticker symbol GNUS, Genius Brands International Inc. And before we jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all my first-time viewers and investors. Welcome to my channel, Invest for Tomorrow. To all my subscribers, welcome back, and let's jump into this chart. So, Genius Brands has had a upward trend after being in a very bearish trend for almost months now, right? It was almost for like 3, 4, 5 months where this has been in a downward trend. We're now here in October, and there has been a slight recovery after hitting these lows in September of 95 cents. It bounced up, it bounced back down, and since 103, it has been in an upward trend, and the bulls have been dominating the chart. Even though every time the bears come in to try to tear this down, the bulls reappear. And a really good example is earlier in the week, I had analyzed this chart, and you can actually see that it dipped under the support. It reached right here at around 115, and since that point forward, it has been in a bullish run. So the bulls have not allowed this to hit new lows. They keep reappearing and loading up on stocks. So something I want to talk about is our resistance level, which was nearly touched 3 times and rejected. And we're going to look at our new support levels here, and we're going to zoom in, look at the 50-day moving average and what to look for this coming week. So it leveled off at 142, and right here is our support level. It's 137. If that gets broken through, I'd pay very close attention to the behavior of the stock, due to the fact that if 137 gets broken through, the bears are reappearing and they're starting to gain control to bring this one down and getting closer to the 50-day moving average. The 50-day moving average is 133. So this lets us know on what side of the chart we're in. Are we in bearish territory? Or are we in bullish territory? And as of right now, we are in bullish territory at closing price of 142. So if this does cross 137, it's literally 4 cents away from the 50-day moving average, and it can quickly turn around and change everything about this chart if the bears decide to start to tear this one down fairly quickly. So if 137 does get broken through, I'd pay, like I said, very close attention to how the stock is reacting. How quickly is it moving? Because you have that 4 cent window between 133 and 137 to go ahead and see what is going on and who is starting to dominate the chart. Now, for the bulls to continue the momentum and work their way up further away from the 50-day moving average in an upward direction, they need to break through this resistance level of 144, turn that into a support, and start to break away to reach newer highs and newer resistance levels. Now, there will be volatility in the next coming weeks and days of this up and down trend, but I personally believe it's going to continue to grow due to the fact that earnings is coming up on November 11th, and they had articles come out earlier in August and late September again, I believe, about them as a company restructuring everything, and they're actually debt free now, and they were launching their app. They're now coming out on like Samsung TVs, I believe. They're like integrated in there as a platform of it, like a app that kids can watch, their shows and their cartoons on. They're expanding their cartoons and their seasons. They also have the YouTube channel, and there's a lot of things about this company that are expanding right now, and them going debt free can show us in their earnings, if they can show us a total amount of, obviously here we see at this bottom corner right here, if you look down here, their income statement, their net income is down, their revenue is up in 2019, and their profit margin was really small. And if they can show for their whole entire 2020, which Q2 was not the best, there was not a lot of profit margin, there wasn't a lot of revenue, there wasn't a lot of net income, everything was kind of negative, and they can actually turn this around and turn net income into a positive number, turn their revenue into a positive number or higher than it is now, and so the net income can become a positive number, and then their profit margin, they can show that there's a high percentage where they are profiting. This can definitely show something better for the company. And when you look at the technicals, everything's showing buy. And towards the end of the year too, they were going to launch toys in December, which could be a gift idea for kids. And they're just trying to market right now at the right times, and they're doing all this expansion for the company that I believe new resistance levels will be broken through. Even though it's going to go up and down, this could be on its way up to newer highs and newer levels. But again, we need to pay close attention to how the stock is reacting closely, because this could be very volatile. Just as it's going up, it can go down fairly quickly. So we need to keep in mind these numbers, pay close attention to the 50-day moving average, pay close attention to the resistance and our support level here. That's 137. See how this is behaving, how quickly is it moving to newer lows, and if it crosses 133, we are in bearish territory, and this could be on its way down to newer lows and newer support levels. And again, the bulls need to break through this resistance level of 144 to start to hit newer highs and newer resistance levels. So keep that in mind. And I know I kind of threw in there some of the news and when the earnings is coming, but I believe that the catalyst that has been formed here from this recovery of 95 cents and working its way up and down is because there's a lot of uncertainty. There's a lot of investors that actually are right now that entered at higher points, and they're selling every time it's going up. But if people were to just hold through, this could be on its way up to newer highs and newer levels of resistance, due to the fact that there are investors that are interested in this company right now because they are finally expanding. And as they stated, they're debt free now. So their earnings, if they've created any earnings and sold any type of product or any type of service in the last couple of months, since the whole restructuring, the new updated innovations that they're going to do with the new cartoons and the new things in the app, and also now being on Samsung TVs and so forth, all that stuff all put together, I mean, it could show a good earnings in the next report, which could be a good sign to attract more investors. So if this continues to run up towards November 11th and hit newer highs, that could be a sign that earnings might be good or somebody knows something. So also, if you don't know much about this stock, I would tell you to do some due diligence and research, look into it, pay close attention to it. Obviously, we got to look at the fundamentals and the analysis that are going on and which way this is going, but also do your due diligence, because if this run continues, is what I'm trying to say, it's because of those reasons, and those things are all forming this catalyst of this one running back up and probably to newer highs. So check it out. As always, if you feel encouraged or inclined to subscribe and you learn something new, please do so. Click on the bell by turning on all notifications to not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community. Don't forget to hit the like button. Let me know you watched this video. And thank you guys so much for watching. And let's make some money.